Last night, our surrogate called us and told us that her mucus plug fell out. Yeah, I know. That's exciting. I didn't know what it is. Apparently, your vagina says, I'm having a baby, and sneezes. Okay, there's so much about this journey that I was not ready for. First of all, very hard to name a baby when you used to be a teacher, okay? I wasn't ready. My husband's throwing out all these names and I had to shut them all down. He was like, Megan, talker, Jenna, talker, Jillian, shit herself. She shit herself, Morgan. Oh, she shit herself every day. She shit herself every day. I'd walk into work, I'd follow a trail of E. coli raisinets, and then I would find Jillian. She's hiding under a kidney table. Then I'd see her and she'd hiss at me like a raccoon. A raccoon in the daytime. That's the worst kind of raccoon. They walk on 2 feet and they get you. We can't have a Jillian. It's an OSHA violation. I'm sorry. So then he got fed up with me and he goes, well, why don't you just name a list of celebrities? Maybe that'll jog something within us. And I said, Shaka Khan. He hates it. I love it. Because can you picture 2 gay dads with a Shaka Khan? And it's not a French bulldog. It's a real Shaka Khan. I just want a Shaka Khan so I can stand at the parent pickup line after school and yell, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, she's every woman, yes. My husband's top 3 names are Mabel, Eloise, and Lois. I was like, oh, I didn't realize we were making a small army of suffragettes. But since we're going historical, let's add another. How's Sacagawea? Lois, does she come with her own days of the week pill tray? Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm gonna be at the hospital holding this baby. I'm gonna have to look at people like, oh, well, that's Lois. Yeah. Oh, she's got a drinking problem. And we don't use pacifiers. You know, Virginia Slims, much more effective. Yeah. And we can't go home. We gotta stay here a little longer because apparently the car seat doesn't fit in a covered wagon. I should have been so ready for that, too, because I was a kindergarten teacher right at the time where it became popular to name your child an old lady name. I had a 5-year-old in my class named Phyllis, okay? I went around the room, you have to say your name, something interesting about you. My name's Mr. D, and I like apples. My name's Phyllis, and I got glaucoma. Oh, what'd you bring for snack, Phyllis? Lorazepam again? God, well, thank God you left your cortisone injections at home, Phyllis. I do feel safe because I am having a baby with the best man in the world. My husband's amazing. Thank you. We're a great couple because we are complete opposites. Like, he is driven, goal-oriented, motivated. I'm a mess. Like, he works way high up in this big tech company. I can't say what it is, but it rhymes with Microsoft. And I'm a comedian, okay? He'll be in the house solving the Pythagorean theorem. I'll be in the yard smelling a wind chime like that. That's me. But he does get frustrated with me sometimes because I have these little quirks that he's not a fan of. Like, okay, big one. I am not good at doctor's appointments. I get very uncomfortable, I get nervous, and I say and do weird shit. Like, I had to get a colonoscopy last year, and at the pre-check, the doctor said, hey, Joe, this might hurt a little. And I said, I think we're fine. Yeah. Let me see those hands. Oh, we're so fine, babe. Silly, you're silly. And then when he put his fingers inside me, I panicked and I said, look at that, Rick, it's like I'm your little finger puppet. I hate myself. Why am I like this, okay? Just take my voice, Ursula. I don't deserve it. Just slap on some flippers. I'll stay down there. I won't even come back up to land, I swear to God. We knew we wanted to have a baby, but we wanted to do things a little bit in order. So the first thing we did is we bought a house. I'm sorry, Morgan bought a house. And we bought a house in this neighborhood where we are the youngest neighbors by about 30 years. And the neighbors cannot figure us out, all right? And we have this one neighbor named Cheryl. She's a real fucking treat. Let me tell you, this bitch will walk her cat. She walks her cat in a full moo-moo, curler's still in, one titty just hanging out the sleeve. Whenever I see it, I roll up my bedroom window, I yell across the street, Cheryl, pick up your areolas! We're in an aquaphor shortage due to tariffs, bitch! Get it together! We're moving in. Morgan and I, we're lifting a couch in the driveway. Cheryl's walking her puss across the street. And by the way, she walks it in a baby carriage and she keeps it zipped up. I'm like, Cheryl, unzip it. You gotta air out the puss. Even I know that. So we're lifting a couch. She's puss walking. And all of a sudden she stops us and she looks at us and she goes, brothers? I said, I hope not. I said, hi, I'm Joe. This is my husband, Morgan. And Cheryl said, who's the boy one and who's the girl one? I know a teachable moment when I see it. And I saw it. And I knew that Cheryl needed a little nonverbal communication. So I just locked eyes with her for a minute. And then I took off my hoops. Because Cheryl was about to get it from the girl one! So we got the house, we moved in, and then we knew we wanted to have a baby. We decided we're doing IVF and surrogacy just as the Lord intended it. Morgan planned the entire thing, okay? Because he's one of those guys who can just do everything. He doesn't even have to learn about it or watch a tutorial. He just can do it. Like right now, he's redoing my entire kitchen, and I'm doing my part called watch him. And he, honest to God, he can just do things. I get so frustrated about it. I'm like, Morgan, you can do everything, and I can't do shit. And he'll stop me, and he's like, no, it's okay. We're a team, babe. And I just think that that is so nauseating. So he plans our whole baby journey, and out of nowhere, he springs up an appointment with a fertility specialist with us. And I don't know if anybody here has ever done IVF before, but you need to know that all it is about a year or so of doctor's appointments, which means at some point, I'm gonna make this shit real uncomfortable for a lot of people. So we get to our first appointment, and the specialist is showing us the egg bank so we can pick an egg donor. And she's flipping through these profiles, and she says to me, Joe, what kind of women are you into? And then I threw up in my mouth a little. And she said, no, Joe, if you were of heterosexual descent. What qualities in a woman would you be after? And I said, thank you for asking. I have been thinking about this. She'd have to be smart, funny, built like a linebacker. I'd like her main adjective to be sturdy. I'd like her to look like the antagonist in Matilda. Morgan's just hitting me. He's like, shut up. And then right from there, they whisk us away into another meeting so they can collect our samples. I'm sorry about your face. sorry. So sorry. And they put us in this waiting room, okay? And all the seats are taken with all these straight men with their heads down in embarrassment. And I'm like, why are they embarrassed? We've all been practicing since we were 13. It's fine. So Morgan and I are standing in the back waiting when a nurse came in, and she goes, Joe, Morgan, she was a fairy. She was a little fairy. Joe, Morgan, I only have one room available. I can only take one of you right now. And I stood up in front of all those men, and I said, it's okay. We can go together. Morgan's like, shut the fuck up! I said, what? We're a team, babe. I went first. And the nurse is like, Joe, let me know if you need anything. I was like, honey, you're the last person I'll need anything from. I get in the room, alarmed at what I saw, by the way. First thing, black leather love seat, but it had a puppy pee pad on it, which, oh, I know, that pissed me off too. I was like, I'm fully obedience trained. I do not need the pad. Across from me, the biggest big screen TV I've ever seen in my life, with a little plaque below it that said, Bluetooth capable. Now that was very exciting for me, okay? So I propped up my phone and I casted it to the TV, and then I put my headphones in and I put on my happy fun time, and I was getting to the good part when all of a sudden I had a frantic knock from a nurse banging on the door, screaming at me, saying, Joe, you're connected to the office! The scream that she scrumped, I'll never forget it. And now that whole office knows what bukkake is. That's on me. I take responsibility for my actions. I do. I really do, okay? So I'm in there. I panicked. Honestly, I've never gone softer, faster. And I disconnected to connect, and I'm like, I don't need the screen. I'm just gonna go phone to brain, direct line. So now I'm getting like to the point of no return, and I realized I shooed that nurse away too quick, and I never got directions on what to put all this in. But I know the wrong answer is my sock, so I'm looking around for, like a black vessel so no one has to see anything. Oh, no. They give you a clear little Dixie cup, so everyone can see just how embarrassing your tiny little load is. So then I do it, and I don't know where to put it, okay? But I'm thinking maybe I'll leave it on the table, and then I'll leave. Because late at night, a nurse will sneak in like a horny little Christmas elf and take it to Santa. No, turns out that's not what you do. You have to take your cup of high fructose corn syrup. You have to walk down a crowded hallway till you get to a tiny little Alice in Wonderland door. Then you gotta ring a doorbell and wait for an Oompa Loompa to show up so they can take your love mustard to Willy Wonka. Now here's the thing, I'm on the other side of this door. I rang that doorbell 6, 7, 8 times, and now I'm getting nervous because I'm out there with perishable food, hello. And finally, this tiny little nurse showed up in a full-ass hazmat suit like I was back there shooting off radioactive ropes or something. And when I saw her, I panicked. I didn't know what to say to this woman. I looked at her in the face, and I said, don't eat it. Why? That's a human. I said it to a human. But she had a sense of humor. She grabbed it and she goes, whoa. I was like, you put down my knuckle babies. Mrs. Pac-Man, you put down my knuckle babies. And then she went back to Jizzy Narnia, and I went into the waiting room, and I was waiting for Morgan, okay? And I was waiting like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And I tell you like that so you know I can count by fives. Morgan comes out 30 minutes later, okay? We start comparing notes. And Morgan was very alarmed to learn that I got full naked in that room. Full naked. No socks, nothing. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Why?" I said, "I do not know, but I think I should stop smelling the wind chimes." And then from there, it's a very long day. They send you into a social work meeting to see if you're fit to be a parent. And I'm like, "Hey, I think the meetings are out of order." And then in that meeting, they tell you that you have some options. And one of your options is something called the swirl. And the swirl is when they take a little bit of my nectar and a little bit of Morgan's. And I don't know why I'm telling you this like it's a soft serve ice cream machine. But have a good summer. Anyway. And they squirt it into a dish and then they shake it. And very gently, like a dead dandelion, they'll just poof right into the vagina. And then our sperm will race and mine will lose because I'm the slow one. And whoever makes it there first, that's it. That's the dad. And I don't know why I told all that to our neighbor, Cheryl. But she had questions. And she goes, "But how will you know who's the dad?" And I gotta be real with you, I hate that question. Whenever I tell somebody that my husband and I are having a baby, the first thing they ask us is, "Who's the dad? Who's the dad?" And it's a very invasive question. And you don't have to know, because we're both the dad, actually. We're both the dad, and you don't have to know because you'll know. You will know. Because if that baby's mine, he's gonna fly out of that thing just riddled with ADHD. Let me tell you, he's gonna enter the labor delivery room speaking full sentences. For real. He's gonna come out like, "Hey, you guys, if you look at the top of my head, you can see my heartbeat. Look it. And if it's Morgan's, the doctor's gonna pull him out and be like, "Oh my God, what's in his hand? A diploma." Morgan's will be born summa cum laude. Mine will have the IQ of sand, okay? You wanna know whose baby it is? Ask it a math problem. If it spits out a color, that's my baby. And in these doctor's appointments, I'm telling you what, I am learning so much about so much that I do not know so much about. And I just need to tell you what, I am fascinated by that toothless Venus flytrap that you all have, because that magical mystery box is amazing. I don't want anything to do with it, but it is amazing. Amazing. I've learned so many things. Like, I learned about dilation, which means your vagina just knows that you're gonna have a baby, and she goes, "Oh." But when our doctor was explaining dilation to us, she said, "Okay, you're gonna wait till you're at about a 4 before you come in, and when you're at about a 10, that's when you know it's gonna start happening." She did not tell us the units of measurement. I thought that thing was gonna open up 10 inches. Inches, that is this big. I thought I was gonna be down there with a lantern looking at it, like, what in the Stranger Things is happening? Is my son coming out or am I getting sucked in? That's crazy. Also, I gotta be real with you too, okay? You know, I learned that during vaginal coitus, your vagina knows to make things a little more lubricated. She's quite literally in the middle of it and says, "I'd like it to be a little slicker, please." And let's be real, vagina, it has a British accent, okay? Because that is a British name. What is your name? Hello, I'm Vagina. I'm Vagina. What's yours? Richard. Dick? And also, by the way, I don't know if you ladies know how much money I've been spending on a little thing called gun oil, but you have no idea how many bed sheets I have ruined. Meanwhile, your locally sourced organic fuck butter just comes out in the wash. Okay? You can all fuck yourselves for that. If you were smart, you'd catch in a bottle and open an Etsy shop. The gays would go crazy. And did you know that you have 4 labias? 4. You have 2 majoras and 2 minoras. So that's halfway to Hanukkah. And I asked the doctor, I said, why 4? I stumped the bitch, okay? She looked at me and she said, to keep the sand out. I said, who is coming to this clinic? Just a bunch of pilgrims who don't wear panties? They're just dragging their puss across the beach? And I'd hope they'd rinse it out before they got here, or else what are we doing, ladies? Making pearls? Fascinating. Fascinating. God, nobody is more excited for this baby than my mom. Let me tell you, she's through the roof. And it's because I'm an only child, so she's obsessed with me. She calls it love. The doctors call it Munchausen by proxy. But when we told her we were gonna have a baby, the first thing that she said is, listen, I do not want to be a Mima. And that's when I decided she's a Mima. I go, why don't you want to be a Mima? She said, Mima is the trashy grandma's name. I said, you have a bedazzled steering wheel. My dad goes, yeah, none of this Mima shit. I said, calm down, people. Well, Mom, you don't want to be Mima. What do you want to be? And she said, I want to be known as grandmother. Grandmother. Okay. Well, the only way this baby's calling her grandmother is if the baby's name is Lois. What, she thinks I'm just birthing the next cast of Bridgerton over here? Like my baby's gonna be watching TV at her house and he's gonna pop up like, grandmother, I shit my britches. I don't know why I sound like vagina. No, my child is going to Mima's house, okay? And he's gonna cause a ruckus, and she's gonna have to give him a lesson on sharing, and she's gonna look at my kid, and she's gonna say, okay, show me how you share, and my kid will say, if I could turn back down. Oh, Mima, you stupid bitch. That was share, with a CH. You're so heterosexual. I know, I can smell you. Are you guys gay people, or do you just look like that? I do love this look, though. It's this like Oregon chic. It's like, are you a lumberjack, or are you a butt pirate? We don't know. Are you a homosexual as well? Wow, you really stumped me. Holy shit. Emphasis on stump, right, Butch? He's over here with his chainsaw ready to make an eagle that's just flying away. Christ. Are you guys gay together? You two. All 3 of you? I'm gonna kill myself. I'm committing sue. I'm committing sue. You're a throuple. Okay, let's get into it. So who was the original couple? You two were. And then how did he come into this? Oh, what was that? Craigslist? Jesus. Do you guys have kids? Stop. You do have kids? So you two have kids. And you are their babysitter? How old are your kids? 18 and 15. Are they aware of the throuple situation, or is he just Aunt John? Do I have any lesbians here? Oh. I didn't think they'd be so close. It's crazy. Thank you. Listen, There's a lot going on with my parents, too. Like, my parents, they are turning 70, so I'm becoming a parent, but at the same time, I'm parenting parents, and there's a lot. Like, first of all, they have decided that they are moving from Michigan to Seattle to be closer to their grandchild, which, yeah, that is a reaction. So my mom wanted me to fly to Michigan to help them clear out the basement so they could sell the house. I hadn't seen my mom in 4 months, and when I got there, she was down 47 pounds because she didn't tell me that she was hitting the Ozempic-Wempy. And she hates that I'm telling people that. She goes, Joe, stop lying to your fans. I'm not on Ozempic. I'm on Wegovy. But now she makes us all call her Skinny Fran. And Skinny Fran has unlocked her newest, biggest fear. Skinny Fran is horrified that at any minute she could be human trafficked. I said, bitch, you are still 70. I don't know what you think's gonna happen. You're just gonna be walking the dog one day and a U-Haul's gonna roll up on you, throw you in the back, take you to church so you can make a lasagna for poor people. I don't know, but I'm gonna say unlikely. She's also very afraid now that she'll die at any minute, so she wanted me to help her write her will. And she said, Joe, first of all, I would like you to make sure that I'm cremated because I'm claustrophobic. I said, do you know how dead works? And then I would like you to keep my titanium knees and make Christmas ornaments. I said, you know what? I will. I will keep those knees. And I will put them up at Halloween. I'm gonna put them above the door so when the tiny tots come, I can say, you wanna see something spooky, scary? Look up there, those are Meemaw's knees! My dad's the one to be worried about, okay? This is a man who grew up, is from Michigan, he's never left the Midwest, and now he's moving to Seattle, the most liberal city in the country. Okay, this is a man who quite literally thinks composting's gay, okay? He goes, Joe, I want to do a month. I want to do a month in Seattle to see if I can handle it. I go, that is a good idea. So he gets to Seattle. Let me tell you what, shit starts happening fast. First rule that I had to implement is if you don't have anything nice to say, save it for the car. My dad didn't like that, so he goes, Joe, I'm gonna reframe my thinking. Whenever I have an unkind thought, I'm gonna let it out, but as a positive. And I said, I love this, Dad. We are walking on the streets of downtown Seattle when my dad says, full-chested, I love that sparkly tank top that man has on. We're walking my dog on a beach in Seattle when this woman comes up to us and goes, I just want to let you know it's illegal to walk your dog on any of the beaches in Seattle. My dad looks at her and goes, thank you for letting us know. I'll call the dog catcher to come take you away. He won points back on that one. But then we all went as a family to Pike Place Market, which is the biggest farmer's market in the country that's gay for country. And I was sifting through some fruit, and I realized that my dad had escaped. He was nowhere to be seen. And then I looked far, far in the distance, and there's Ron Dombrowski in the wild, no chaperone, speaking to innocent civilians. And in our family, we call that code red. So I panic. I run to my dad to collect him, and he goes, well, let me say goodbye to my friends. He goes, hey, you know what? It was so nice to meet you and your wife. And this guy goes, oh, no, this isn't my wife. This is my girlfriend. That's my wife. We're polyamorous. My dad goes, holy shit, Joe. This guy can write with both hands. So what was it like when you guys met my dad? So I'm dealing with that. And also I'm realizing I'm becoming a parent. I can barely read, okay? Honest to God, there are so many times in my adult life where I will see a word and read it in my head, and then I'll say that word out loud for the first time, and it is not that word. Like, I recently got very into macrame, M-A-C-R-A-M-E, which, if you don't know what that is, it's just a woven piece of cloth that holds a plant in the corner of your house and tells all your friends you love marijuana. And I wanted some, okay? So I went to the plant shop to get it, and I asked the woman across the counter, I said, "Hello, I would like to buy some macrame." She then spoke to me in a tone that should only be used when writing an IEP reevaluation. This happens all the time. Segway, Segue, canoe, canoe. Listen, I used to work in a hospital too, and I was a transporter, so I would take patients from their room down to whatever test they had to go to. And I had a patient who had cancer that I had to take down, and I stopped a nurse somewhere in the hallway and I said, "Hello, can you point me to oncology?" I had no business working in that hospital. None. I only worked there because my mom was the director of HR, and that is the epitome of nepotism. I decided, too, that when I become a dad, I'm not gonna smoke weed anymore, but I'll eat it. I don't know, I love edibles. If any of you here don't do edibles, edibles are just an Amelia Bedelia story. Right, the first 7 pages, nothing really happens, and then out of nowhere, she's on the moon. Starts rearranging her furniture, talking to her cat, and I can't get enough. Nom, 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 love them. But I would never do edibles and go to work again. I can explain, okay? When I first moved to Seattle, I didn't realize that they can't handle snow. Like, one snowflake falls from the sky and the whole city says, "Shut this shit down!" So I get used to that after some time, okay? And I remember one morning when I was teaching kindergarten, I woke up, I'm brushing my teeth, I look out the window, I see a couple little snowflakes fall from the sky. I say, what a beautiful opportunity for a wake and bake. So I pop me an Eddie Betty, and I sink into my couch. And I'm watching the news, and there's that little ticker tape at the bottom of the news with all the schools that are closed. And it says, this school, no school. That school, no school. Joe's school, 2-hour delay, which is just enough time for an edible to craft a full fucking narrative and sink itself into your brain. Now, I don't know if you've ever taught kindergarten on edibles before. But in case you have not, let me be the one to tell you, it's the same. The exact same, the same. Because on a normal, unedible day, you could look into a room of 5-year-olds, pick any one of them and say, "Hey, if I have 2 apples and one more apple falls from the tree, how many apples do I have now?" And they'll look right back at you and they'll say, Do you have games on your phone? Are you on edibles? What? So listen, I was out of sick days, so I went to work. Sue me. So I get there, and they always tell you as a kindergarten teacher that you should stand outside the classroom in the beginning of the day to greet the kids as they come in to set up the day for success. A successful day of what, you ask? A successful day of fuckery. Okay? I'm standing outside the classroom, all right? And I see the first 5 kids enter the building. And right as they turn the hallway, my edible decided to start the journey. And she chimed in and she said, "Greet the children in an accent." And then they started to run. And I could not pick an accent fast enough. I looked at these kids and I just said, "Hello!" I don't know why I decided to choose Mrs. Doubtfire. It was just like Robin Williams came inside me. It was just, well, that was weird. That was weird. What I did was weird. That was a weird thing. It was a weird way to say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I bring all the kids in for morning meeting, which that's just kindergarten kumbaya. And I sit them down, and when I'm high, I get very good ideas. I call them my ideas. And on this here day of the Lord Jesus, I got one of the best ideas I've ever gotten in my entire life. I invented a game that I play with the kids, and if you connect with this, feel free to take it. It's called Tell Me Everything. About your parents. It's so good. And on this day, I had a kid raise his hand and he goes, my basement daddy. Let me stop you. Let me stop you. I know you just moved here from Salt Lake, but keep it down. And then I had 2 kids with same-sex parents, 1 kid with 2 dads and 1 kid with 2 moms. And all the kids called her moms the beautiful mom and the mom with spiky hair. And that's not funny. I had to sit them down one day and have a talk with them. And I said, you guys, we are a classroom built on equity and equality. And this is not right, okay? We're gonna change their names. It's the beautiful mom and the mom who goes fishing. And then the kid with 2 dads, he raised his hand and he goes, my dads were so excited last night. They were up all night screaming, giving each other high fives. And I was so high that I did not know what to say to this kid. So I just looked at him in his face and I said, I know. I was there. And then I had this one little kid in my class. Well, you're not allowed to say if you think the kids are gay, so I never did. I just called them dandelion pickers. And I was pretty sure this kid was, because his name was Leonardo, so we were already halfway there. But, you know, never judge a book by its lisp or whatever. So on the first day of school, I always let the kids choose their nickname for the school year, and Leonardo told us that he wanted his nickname to be Ambiance. And that was hard for me, because I wanted to be Ambiance. But I had so much fun with that nickname, though, because whenever I'd call on him, I'd hype up the class, and I would just say, ladies and gentlemen, get your $1 bills ready. Welcome to the stage, Ambiance. Shwam! But I didn't do the death drop because teacher health insurance is questionable. And he loves scissors. Shout out to the lesbians. Loves scissors. He loves scissors so much that one time he snuck a pair of safety scissors out to recess with him. Recess, or as I call it, the field of no fucks. Which you can abbreviate that, by the way, to the FONF, the FOMF, because apparently you can't say field of no fucks in an email. Who knew? Not me. Anyway, so he's out there at the FOMF, having a FOMFing good time, and he comes back in with 5 of his best girlfriends because, duh. And they were all sporting their brand new asymmetrical mullets. It's like ambiance and the holograms just waddled up into my class. I did not know what to do, but I knew I had to call his mom. I picked up the phone. She was panicking. She said, no. I go, yes, we have a problem. She goes, he's gay. I go, we have two problems. He's bad at it. Okay, if we're ever gonna get this boy ready for the 5th revival of Queer Eye, he needs to know how to do a proper balayage beach wave. Okay, so I'm at morning meeting, high as fuck. And ambiance, he's one of those kids, he doesn't raise his hand, he just like walks at you and speaks. Now, what I didn't tell you about him is he is Mexican. And that is not funny. But okay, racism, alive and well in Eugene. It is funny when I tell you that he exclusively speaks in a British accent. So when I do this impression, I need you to picture me as a 5-year-old British Mexican drag queen. I'm so high, and out of nowhere, he comes up to me and he goes, Mr. D, when you're sitting around a campfire, do you think that the trees around you are sad? And then my edible was like, sail away, sail away, sail away. I still think about that. Like, whenever I'm with my friends and we're at a fire, any kind of fire, a bonfire, a campfire, a firefighter, I will stand up, I'll look at everybody, I'll be like, you guys. Now all my friends call me the Lorax, it's crazy. I told that joke recently in another country. I was in Florida, and it did not go well. It did not go well. Okay, so after the shows, I go to the bar right away, because I was a teacher for 10 years, so now I'm an alcoholic. And I'm sitting at the bar, minding my business, when my biggest fear presents itself, cockroaches. I don't do cockroaches. I do cockroaches without the roaches part, but this cockroach runs across the bar, levitates, flies into my face. I ran to the bartender. I was like, excuse me, I've just been accosted by the Florida State bird. And he just looked at me and he goes, ma'am, that was a hate crime. That laugh that you let out, it was a hate crime. I felt that, okay? I'm gonna whip out my Ouija board and call on Harvey Milk. He's gonna haunt you. He's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life, okay? And now you're a lesbian. That's how we recruit. Yeah, shave half your head now, dye the other half purple, get a pair of combat boots. We'll see you in June, bitch. That's your new month. So I'm sitting there and I'm drinking, okay? I'm drinking away, and then these two Florida people start walking at me. Let me tell you, these were just beacons of Floridian excellence. They start coming at me, all 4 teeth collectively, and I didn't catch their names, but for the sake of this story, we'll call them Methany Frankel and Fentiana Rodriguez. And they had just seen the show, and I could tell they wanted to talk to me. And then one of them comes over, and she goes, Joe, we just watched your show. And we just want to let you know we didn't like it very much, okay? Because I don't know if you know, but teachers in this country actually are teaching kids to be gay. And I said, Methany. That's crazy. I taught for 10 years. I couldn't even teach and write their name at the top of the page. I don't think that's true, okay? Because teachers are too busy in the back of their classrooms every day performing gender reassignment surgery. They are, every day. Every day a kid comes up and you have to be like, what's that, Megan? Oh, you want a penis? Well, I'm so sorry. Due to budget cuts! All I have today is this dried up whiteboard marker. So why don't you just shove that in your diaper? We'll call you Samuel. Okay, yeah. Have a good day, Samuel. Don't use the slide. It's not happening. It's not happening, okay? Because if teachers were teaching the kids to be gay, teachers would still teach cursive. Because cursive's just gay language, really. It's just homosexual hieroglyphics, if you ask these guys. It's just, because if you write the letter A in print, you say A. If you write the letter A in cursive, you say A. And if you can read cursive, you're bilingual and you're bisexual, bitch. So you'll see her at Pride. I also am a little bit scared to be a dad because I can barely keep pets alive. It's true. I'm doing really good with my golden retriever now, though. He's a rescue. I did it the right way. Thank you. I rescued him for $3,000 from a breeder. And now he's my son, so tell that to Sarah McLachlan. Anyway. But it all started when I had a class pet rabbit. And that was a huge controversy, too, because I literally had this guy say to me, he was like, I do know that you are teaching the kids to be gay because you have a rabbit. And I said, calm down, Dad. But she lived in my classroom, and her name was Rosie the reading rabbit. Oh, I know, I should tell you, this doesn't end well. Yeah, Well, what we'd do is whenever it was silent reading, I'd open her cage and she'd hop around the room. And if she hopped into the kid's lap, then the kids got to read out loud to Rosie, working on their oral reading, which is a wonderful idea in theory. Because what I didn't know is that Rosie was a bitch. And she did not hop in anybody's lap. Instead, she would hop next to the kids, stomp her feet, and shit a little shit. She shit a little shit. And I already got a Jillian in my class. This is a lot of shit. So I was like, no, she is a science rabbit now. So one day, I told you this does not end well. I put her in the baseball field, okay? And I put all the kids in the bleachers to take notes on her as she's interacting with her natural habitat. And it's a wonderful, beautiful day, and they're all taking notes. And then we had a class guest this day, too. His name was Mr. Hawk. And he picked her little ass up. And he took her on a play date in the clouds, if anyone asks. And I don't know if you've ever seen 25 fourth graders experiencing trauma in unison, but oh God, it is hilarious. It's so funny. It's enriching, really. I don't know. I was just like standing there watching this all happen. And I'm like, okay, I'm losing my job. Meanwhile, the kids aren't even making sound. It's like, you know, The Wizard of Oz, when it was all in black and white, it turned into color. The color was red. And they're looking at Rosie and they're just like, Now they're screaming. And then this one little asshole kid, he grabbed his notebook and he stood in front of all the other kids. He goes, you guys, it's fine. It's the circle of life. And his name was Ambiance, actually. Eugene, thank you so much for your time. You guys were fantastic. Thank you.